From the newest player to the best player. Who do you think will be making their mark as the PGA Tour's best player this season?
You know, every year we go through this and we pick a player who we think we're going to, ride that horse through the end of the season. And I've picked Justin Thomas, I think, a couple of times in the last 2 or 3 years. And as much as I want to believe in him again this year, I'm going to change my horse and I'm going to go with Jon Rahm this season. And a lot of it has to do with, yes, it wasn't his most sparkling season on the PGA Tour, but there was a lot of great things that he did. He was the best in his career off of the tee. #1 on the PGA Tour in strokes gained off of the tee. He gained, get this, I looked at his driving distance, which he was always a great driver of the golf ball, but you average over the last 5 years, he averaged 307 yards off of the tee. He was up 11.5 yards on that average just last season. So if he continues to drive the ball well, and you add to the fact that last season was his second best putting year of his career, typically that combination pays off. He struggled a little bit chipping around the greens, but I also know he's a member at Silverleaf here in Scottsdale, and they have a great practice area. So I'm sure this offseason he's going to be zeroing in on his one and only weakness that was pretty glaring this last season. But I look forward to him coming up and performing the way that we all know that he can, with these two added really great things to lean on in both his driving and his putting.
And it's a sign of just how high the bar is that Jon Rahm is held to, that a guy who won this year out there on tour is considered in some ways to have a slightly disappointing year, or didn't quite live up to the prospects that we had thought given what he did in the major championships last year. But for my choice for best player of the year, I'm not exactly going out on a limb here. I'm taking Rory McIlroy. And
shock.
It is a big shock. I mean, he hasn't won in 2 weeks, It's been a very long time. He's slumping again. He's a great between seasons as well. He was obviously played well at the weekend at Wentworth, and we're going to see him again this week, actually, at the Marco Simone course, the Ryder Cup venue, during the Italian Open. And then in 2 weeks, we'll see him play with his father at the Dunhill Links in St Andrews. We're not going to see him back in the United States until he defends his CJ Cup title. He won that last year in Vegas. He's going to defend it at Congaree in October. But when you look at a guy who put together one of the finest scoring averages last season that we've seen in the history of the PGA Tour, he's won 8 times in the last 3 years. He's putting himself constantly in contention every week. And he said at Wentworth last week that he thinks he's playing the best golf of his life. And if Rory McIlroy thinks he's playing the best golf of his life, that ought to be worrisome for other guys.
Yeah, so that this is the kind of golf that he's used to play. I mean, you just look at his results last season: 10 top 10s, 3 wins. OK, a heartbreaking third-place finish at the Open, but an encouraging runner-up finish at the Masters. But I think for Rory McIlroy as well, it's not just about the numbers and the stats. It's about what is focusing him and also what is fueling him at the moment. And he has clearly got some points to prove at the moment. He's been the spokesperson for the PGA Tour in terms of Live Golf and how he's felt about that with the players defecting to the rival tour. And he feels like, I think he is at the forefront of that, and he's flying the PGA Tour flag and the DP World Tour flag with a lot of pride, wants to elevate golf to the next level and get the professional game to be the best that it can be. And he knows how important he is to making that happen. And he's not letting any of these Live guys get one over on him at all, Eamon.
He's not, and you saw it inspire other guys as well. I mean, Jon Rahm's been somewhat outspoken on that. He fired himself up on Sunday. Shane Lowry, who was pretty tart in his comments earlier in the week by Shane's normally affable standards, and he said that inspired him towards the end of the tournament as well. So a lot of the guys who are kind of motivated by this, it could easily become a distraction for others. If it's your fuel, great. If it's your kryptonite, it's slightly problematic. But hopefully for these guys, it'll be less of an issue over the course of the coming months, at least over the winter, if things quiet down a little bit.
He is playing inspired golf, and you really don't have to take our word for it or your guys' word for it as it relates to what his potential may be for next season. All you have to do is look at what the odds makers are saying. I think if you follow the stock market, you say, where's the smart money going? Where do the hedge funds put it? Where do the venture capitalists put it? Well, in this case, where do the odds makers put it? And for Rory McIlroy, he is at the top of the list for what they think is coming for Rory McIlroy. So I would just be paying attention to that. It's an early predictor of what may be to come for Rory McIlroy. The house rarely gets it wrong, you guys.
We all know never to bet against the bookies.
Nope.